Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, October 12th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Contrary to popular belief, bodybuilding is the ultimate thinking man's game. And in the uber-competitive classic physique division, there aren't a whole lot of guys putting more thought into how to master their craft than second-year superstar Terrence Ruffin. After showing off his second straight masterpiece on the Olympia stage, one of the most complete athletes in the business is already back to putting in long hours at the office. The latest word coming out of the Ruffin camp is that he's already plotting his next plan of attack, which is a pretty scary thought when you consider that only 5 shows into his pro career, he already had a couple of top 5 Olympia finishes on the books. When this kid is on top of his game, he is absolutely incredible to watch. And I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that I wouldn't mind seeing him bring his talents to the Ferrigno Legacy Classic stage a few weeks from now to really put a final stamp on his season. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And based on the action we've seen coming from Petar Klancir's camp lately, I don't think there's any possible reaction you can have other than shock and awe. After wrapping up a solid 6th place finish at the Prague Pro, Klancir looks to have really taken things up to an entirely different level in preparation for the San Marino Pro, about 6 weeks from today, where he'll look to find a way to eclipse the look he brought to last year's contest, where he finished a close 2nd place. If Klancir can bring the goods, there's a legitimate shot that the big man can close out the year with his first pro win on the docket. There's a very short list of athletes who've ever touched the stage that we can say qualify for icon status. But having an Olympia title on your shelf and being one of the most consistently dominant competitors of your generation certainly gets you an invite to the club. Over the weekend, the former 202 Olympia champ David Henry took the stage to guest pose at the Jaypee Grand Prix, where he brought the house down with another epic performance. Even at north of 40, the David Henry we saw hit the stage 3 times in 2017 was never anything short of breathtaking. And unless he starts showing signs of slowing down, this is still a guy who has to be considered a serious threat each and every time he shows up for battle. If you're a lifelong sports fan, you always remember the first time you witnessed a truly great athlete at the peak of their powers. And last weekend, the great state of Tennessee got to see greatness in the flesh when 6-time Olympia champ Flex Lewis took the stage as the evening's featured guest poser. True to form, King Flex rocked the packed house with all the power and swag of a man who knows he's at the pinnacle of his craft right now. And given how completely dominant he was at the Olympia, it's hard to imagine anyone even coming close to knocking him off his crash course with history anytime soon. Did you ever hear the old expression, some people just seem to have all the fun? Well, don't ask me why, but I get the feeling that nobody in the men's physique division is having more fun than Logan Franklin right now. On Sunday, Franklin released some video from a little impromptu post-training pose down, where he gives the legions of Franklin fans out there a sneak peek at what the early part of his off-season is looking like. This year, Franklin finally came into his own and turned into the elite caliber athlete we all knew he was capable of. And now that he's finally found his groove, the real Logan Franklin is about to show the world just how talented he truly is. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.